I need to look at that again. I'm sure it was out.
Guys, can you make me hot chocolate too? Guys, are you making hot chocolate? Can you make chocolate too?
Hi guys, how you doing? I just sorry, yeah, I was just looking at this Liverpool goal. I just wanted to. Oh, Liverpool just taken the lead, but I thought the ball crossed the line, but it didn't. Or the whole of the ball crossed the line. Let me send a link for all the. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? I think I'm off mute now. All right. I'm just going to put the link in if anyone wants to join the chat. Yeah, I haven't been on for a while. I've let the likes of Baggy TV and do their lives, and I've joined those ones. Green Turf as well. I've taken a back step, but today I noticed that none of them were on air, so I decided that I'll do a little live chat. I just want to put the link in here if anyone wants to join. 0-0. So yeah, this game had 0-0 written all over it. Whenever Manchester United play against a big team, always ends up either 0-0 or they get thrashed 6-1 if it's Tottenham. Hey, CFC Steve, how you doing, mate? Ferry, how you doing? Daniel, you right? DJ Sev, you good? Yeah, so today's result wasn't the best. It's not the worst neither. I don't think it's not the best. It's not the worst. 0-0. At least we didn't go 9 points behind. And with Arsenal doing us a favour for a change, we made a point on Leicester. And I think Alex, how you doing, mate? I think Leicester may drop out actually because they're getting lots of injuries at the moment. So I reckon that they could be one of the teams who drop out. How you doing, Alex?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. Bit of disappointed at the result there. I thought,
Yeah. No,
we could have.
I'm very annoyed. I'm really pissed. Like, it's just,
Yeah,
man, just today is
we,
just come on. Like, I think there's a lot of questions to today. I think to be asked about Tuchel because I think
mm.
this was the perfect game for Werner, man. This was the perfect
That's why
game.
I was screaming out because they were
This was
playing
the
a high
perfect
line.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I thought today they may play a bit hey DJ, adding you as well. Yeah, I thought today they would have played that low block, but because they were actually Manchester United were a little bit more positive than usually are. They were playing high up the field,
Yeah.
and I thought second half, the first change you'd have made, seeing how the United had set up, I thought, yep, he's going to be putting he's going to be putting on Werner to exploit the space behind, but didn't happen. And then the other odd one for me was when he made the substitution and he put Pulisic on ahead of Werner. And Werner didn't come
Yeah.
on to the last,
Yeah. I
7, 8
But
minutes?
look,
That was
yeah.
baffling for me.
Look, it's
Yeah.
only been 3 weeks, but it's just I mean that's just one thing to say, but just oh man, it's just really frustrating. To be honest, it's just the final third, and it's just I think Kovacic and Kante today were good. I think
Yeah.
they were actually too bad. I think Kante was actually probably my man of the match today because he was solid.
Yeah, he was
He
good.
just
Yeah.
did what he had to do. I mean,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
both
Rudiger for
defenses.
me.
I think both
Yeah.
defenses were either good because we were bad because both teams were bad at attacking, or it was the other way around where just both defenses were just really bad, but like we were also the attacking phase was also really bad. So
Mm.
I don't know. It's just really frustrating, man. It's crazy. Like, but there's not much to say. Like it's just like
Yeah,
it's one of those games where
it highlights our need for a striker, doesn't it? Somebody
But
who's
it's not. To be honest, I don't think it's just a striker. I think it's just even that kind of like plays within. I think Mount today was really good, and I think there was
Mm,
points in the game where we was really good. But it's just like there's just points also. I think the way we played, and I don't know, man. But yeah, a striker is needed. You know, I think thing is if Giroud put that chance in from that cross of Hudson, it would have been a different game. You know,
yeah, it's a brilliant
for
cross, wasn't it?
football,
Yeah.
yeah, for football is football change. You know, football is very there's a very it's very kind of it's very there's very small chance, very minimal. You know, it's like you score that you win the game. You don't, you draw. And I think
Mm,
Hudson coming off. I think Hudson coming off was kind of a big miss. I think because he did always look quite dangerous. I
yeah.
hope he's all good, but yeah, but that's all I got to
First of
say.
all, I thought it was a tactical thing, but then I thought, then I didn't realise he had an
Yeah.
injury. Yeah. So who's on next? Ty, what you got to say, mate?
I'm not going to really stay on for long because I'm a bit sick, but
No.
I just want to say my part.
Yeah, get well soon,
Um,
mate.
yeah. Um, I want to add to what Alex just said, and it was about and what you also said. Yeah,
Mm,
Chelsea does need they do need a striker, but they need that midfielder who can link up with the forwards as well because man the midfield looked like they were being too cautious and they were being very defensive. So that was kind of frustrating. But I think if they do get Holland and it seems possible, they're gonna need that midfielder as well because it's pointless to get a forward if you're not going to have at least one midfielder linking up with them. And it's very frustrating, and I don't
Yeah.
know. But the thing also what I want to say as well is the situation is with the defense. The defense has been better. It's more stable. There's a bit questionable moments where they were passing it back to Mendy, but
mm.
the thing is though that's not the issue right now. Offensively, that's where the issue lies, and I think that it's still very early, and you said it as well
Yeah.
with Thomas Tuchel. The substitutions are very questionable, and that's the same issue that PSG fans had with him at PSG. But he had Mbappe, he had Neymar. So no matter who he brought on, as long as those players who started were performing, he
Yeah, a
would.
little bit of individual brilliance. Yeah.
Yeah. So even if the substitutions that were made after that, it doesn't really matter. But no, I personally see Chelsea as like that Mainz when he was at Mainz. That's how I see it because he's placed into the job after top four look impossible. So I think in the summer because they say they'll back him and try
Yep.
to get him the players that he needs. So,
Hmm.
but I think you can't really judge him too much for right now. You can judge him based on the substitution, but you can't really blame him. The only thing that is questionable, and you also said it, and I'm hoping that it's not serious with Callum because I was wondering why he came off.
Mm.
Is that so? But as long as for everything else, it was okay. I'm just frustrated in terms of us getting chances, and we looks naive, and especially that chance with Mason Mount. Mason Mount got into the box. He
Yeah,
should have
brilliant run, and then as soon as he
yeah,
got
he
into
should
the
have just
box,
taken.
that
He
was
should
it.
have just
Yeah,
taken it
yeah,
first time. He should have just
yeah,
taken it first time instead of trying to get on his preferred foot. But it is what it is. I'm still confident and I'm happy that they didn't lose, but it kind of feels like a defeat. I'm just hoping we
yeah,
can at least
yeah.
get a
I've,
point, a
uh
point at best against Liverpool. So that's all I want to say. So
Okay,
thanks.
thanks. Cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah, before we get on to DJ Sav, I just want to address this point by Farid about Tammy. I know that he said Tammy wasn't included in the 11, but somebody, I thought it was Matt Law, is quite connected to the club. He actually tweeted and said that Tammy's still nursing that ankle injury that he had, so that's why he wasn't included in the squad. I'm not sure why Tuchel didn't say that, but if it was the case, so there's a bit of mixed messages we're getting in from. But anyway, let's go on to DJ Serve. How you doing, mate? Nice to have you on.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
bad, not bad.
What's
So
what's what's your,
thanks for
yeah?
having me on the show again.
No worries, mate.
Yeah, again, echoing what everyone else has literally said. I think today's game. I think we clearly had the two best chances in the game, and that was obviously the Adoy cross for the Giroud header, which he missed, and obviously the Ziyech shot that was saved. But
Yeah.
other than that, I didn't think much of the game generally. I think it was the game. The game itself was a fair result today. The way that both teams played.
Yeah.
I think the only thing I will only say is what others have already just said is his changes he made. What I don't understand is why he took Giroud off and didn't just put Werner on for him straight away rather than bringing on
Exactly.
Pulisic. I mean, that's the only thing I don't get. I mean, this would have probably been an ideal game, I think, for Werner to actually start really, so, especially if you've seen the combination of him and Giroud. I think that should have been the best game today to start because he would have had a field day today. I think Werner had he started the game, but it's what it is. It's what it is. The game has ended in what it is. That's the only thing I really say about Tuchel today is his changes he made today. I can get why he set up the team the way he did today, because obviously he's talking about giving people game time. But was this the right game to give the players the game time? I don't think so. Maybe especially knowing that the fact we had won today would have gone straight to fourth spot.
Exactly. And made up on Leicester.
Yeah. And the thing is, they lost. The thing was, they lost as well today.
Yeah.
Okay, they lost, I say, yesterday, and and we've let that one go today. So it's a bit frustrating as a fan. But I still think we're still undefeated. That's how I look at it. We're still undefeated since he's come in. And all I can say is we have to wait on Liverpool on Thursday and hope we can get a result against them at Anfield.
Yeah, it's going to be another tricky one. Sorry, I'm just moving around trying to put my battery into my laptop, so that's why my head's bopping about. Right. I'm still listening to you guys. Yeah, Eric, welcome to the show, mate. So, what's your thoughts on today's match?
Hey guys,
Hi.
Thanks for having me on, Max.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
Yeah, I was very disappointed with the game. I think it was a must-win game. I think we needed 3 points. It would have helped a lot because we have a really difficult run. The next 3-4 games are really difficult. So the sooner you can start accumulating points, the sooner you can start winning games, the better.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It was really disappointing in the end, but you just have to take it and move on. You just have to hold on to the positives. The team went great. That's the one thing that's been consistent since Tuchel came in. We just haven't been very good in front of goal, and I'm pretty sure Tuchel knows that he needs to improve. He's aware. So let's just see what happens. Let's keep watching, and hopefully the team improves because we need a cutting edge. We need to have better ideas in front of goal. So yeah. You're muted.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm just trying to sort out my laptop quickly because I don't want to lose my battery. So I'm just trying to get one of the boys to plug me in. I didn't realize I was low on battery. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So what did you guys think? First of all, what do you think of the penalty decision? I'll start with you, Alex. What do you think of the penalty?
No, look, it wasn't a penalty. Like, I can see why people can say it was a penalty, but look, like, it was even and I'm not saying just this because I'm a Chelsea fan, but it literally wasn't a penalty because it was just obvious because both players, even Greenwood, had his hand up, and it was just it was a kind of a natural position to have his hand there. It wasn't a clear and obvious mistake, and that's what they keep banging on about. So it's just like, no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
No, literally no. Like, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think it was.
Yeah, no.
And
like, look,
if you,
yeah.
Go on, Eric.
Yeah, that was never a penalty. Like, I don't know what people are talking about. Expecting it to be awarded. I would have been furious if that was awarded. I would have been very angry because things like that shouldn't be given. Things, not every contact is a penalty. So the way the ball bounced, I think it even bounced off Greenwood's arm first. So I don't think that should have ever been given. That was definitely not a penalty. And obviously VAR can't intervene, like Alex said, because it's a 50-50 decision. So
yeah,
I'm glad
what
the didn't give it.
What you got to look at as well is what the foul, the supposed foul that actually led up to the penalty in the first place. that was never a foul. You know, because it was coming together, and they gave it as a foul to them. It was ridiculous. Because what I saw was is it Mason Mount? Was it? I can't remember who it was. And it was like more of a coming together rather than a foul. So I thought he should have just played on anyway.
Yeah.
What's this? All right. Oh right. Okay, I'm back now. My power's back. Sorry for the disturbance. Yeah. Let's go back on camera. Yeah, let's go back on there. So also the thing is, the reason why Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as well was so bitter about the penalty was because they're so used to VAR taking their side. So when VAR go against them, it's followed around for them, isn't it? So
that's so true.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah, I'm just going to put the link in again. So I'm not sure whether Mikhail wants to join.
Yeah.
That's the link. Yeah, go on.
For the free kick, yeah, like you said, it was a coming together. I think McTominay actually took Mason Mount out. He took him out, you know.
Yeah,
So,
if anything, I think it was a foul against
Exactly.
them rather than us. Yeah, definitely.
So it was a weird one, but yeah.
Yeah. So, and if you look at Manchester United's results against 2-0 to Liverpool, Liverpool are back in form just in time for us.
I stopped when they went 1-0 up. I stopped watching because like
Yeah,
they're gonna win again. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I was saying is Manchester United's results against the top 6 this season: 6-1 defeat against Tottenham, 1-0 defeat against Arsenal, and all the other results have been 0-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so obviously, you know, they are very cautious. Both teams are cautious. Yeah.
But
let's talk about
today.
go on.
Yeah, no, sorry. But today I think they actually did play a bit differently. They actually did play a bit out more. You know, so they actually did play a bit. They actually came out a bit more, I think, today, Man U. So it was a perfect opportunity. Even but you know what? I'll give credit to Captain Kovacic. Yeah, where was Bruno Fernandes today? He was non-existent.
Yeah.
You know, we stopped. We did good at that, but yeah.
When you see him moaning, then you know that he's having a bad game, and he
He
did a lot of moaning today.
He was never gonna do anything in this game. I predicted it before the match started. Like he just wasn't gonna do anything. It just doesn't happen in these kind of big games. It doesn't happen. So I think Bruno is it. Like honestly, United. This is part of why I'm frustrated about the results because this team aren't that good. They're really not. Apparently, United are having a great season, but we're only 6 points behind them. You know, it's not a very good team. It just isn't. So
yeah, they're more of a lucky team, I think, than a good team. Yeah. Mikhail, as I said, I'll put the stream down. I'm not sure if you want to join today or just want to listen in. It's up to you. Yeah. So Ziyech, what do you think of Ziyech today, guys?
You want to go Eric Blue or?
Yeah, go. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what's happened with him this year, man. He's had 2 injuries, one at the start of the season and then one mid-season. I think he's just playing in the wrong. I think he's playing in the wrong formation, and it's not benefiting him. But he's just, I just don't know. Like that chance that he had, I guess you got to give more credit to De Gea for the good save than the shot. But he had a chance and he didn't take it, and it's just, I don't know. He just looks a bit out of his depth. But the thing is, look, I think a lot of Eredivisie players, sometimes it takes time to get used to the pace of the Premier League. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah, a stream I was listening to when all of them came in. Actually, the person said the one they thought struggled the most was Ziyech, and simply because he was coming from an easier league than the rest of them, and sort of there's only 3 or 4 tough games in that division, and so as you said, the formation, does it really suit him or not? And I disagree with you on the shot. Actually, I thought he should have done better with it because it was a decent shot, but I thought he could have got a bit more purchase on it.
Yeah.
And he hit it a little bit harder than I think it wouldn't have given De Gea that chance to save it. Good save by De Gea. I'm not taking anything away, but I think a more powerful shot than that would have been a goal. I think. Yeah. So, what about you, Eric? What's your thoughts on Ziyech?
Yeah, Sorry, I had to cough there.
That's all right.
Ziyech is a. I'm not sure. I think we have to take it game by game with Ziyech. The thing is, he's in a new league and everything, and we have to give him time, but we can't give him that much time because he's not young. He's 28. So by this time next season, he needs to really start performing because he doesn't have a lot of he doesn't have a lot of time. He doesn't have a lot of leeway like the other players. So we'll just have to wait and see with him. But he was okay in the game. He wasn't too bad. He was all right.
Yeah, I thought second half he showed a bit more. First half, I didn't think he was doing as well, especially with his pressing as well. So I don't think his work rate off the ball wasn't great. So DJ Serve, what's your take?
My take on Ziyech. Yeah, I don't think we're going to see the best of Ziyech till next season. To be honest with you, I've said this about a lot of our players. To be fair, Max, I've said it about Werner. I've said it about Havertz. Listen, they've come into our football club through bad times in terms of the COVID. They've not had a pre-season. Plus, I think we're the only club to have made the most signings in one season compared to everybody else. And if we're expecting all these players just to come in and gel and blend in, it's not going to happen overnight. I know they've had their time, whatever time they've had now, but we've seen with Ziyech, he's had an injury when he first came in. I don't think he's back to his full fitness yet. Havertz has had COVID plus an injury on top of all that. So all these players just need time, and I think, as we know at Chelsea Football Club, we tend to not give our football players time. And I think we need to do this with these players because, again, what I don't want to end up seeing happening with Chelsea is another Lukaku, De Bruyne De Bruyne and Salah situation where we get rid of them before they can even show what they can do for the football club. Because I know elsewhere, they're going to go elsewhere, they're going to ball elsewhere, and they're going to turn up at another football club and they're going to be absolutely smashing it. So we just need to be patient with these players, especially the likes of Havertz, because he's 21 years old. I think he needs to be given the time. So yeah, for me in that kind of way, we're not going to see the best of Ziyech or any of these players till next season. But hey, listen, whatever they can get out of them this season and where we are will be great.
Yeah. Hi, Insai. Okay, nice to have you on. Yeah, Mikhail. Okay, listening in today. For me, I just what is it? Why can't our players shoot? Why can't our midfielders shoot? Does anyone know? Because if you look at Manchester United today, Fred, right? Yeah. He had 3 good shots. No, the keeper had to make a couple of good saves, and he had that curler which was just missed the post. But it's like they've got no muscles in their legs or something because it's like what's his name can roll over 6 times before picking at the ball. It's just ridiculous because like Kovacic had these shots, and I think Snell could have overtaken some of the ones going in, and then as some was it you Eric? I can't remember if it was Eric or Alex who said that it's the Mason Mount run and a bad decision not wanting to take it on his other foot, or we hit the first defender. It's just like every time Kovacic has a shot, I'm not even on the edge of my seat because I know it's either going to go way wide or it's just going to be so weak.
I really hope. I really hope that. I don't know. Aren't they working on it in training? Aren't they?
That's what I want to know. I want to know that because it's just ridiculous, Because I want to see shooting like. Okay, Fred didn't think, but at least he troubled us. He put a bit of leather behind the ball. He put power in his shots, but we just don't have that in our locker. And the goals, that's the problem because we don't get a lot of goals coming in from the midfield area because Kante's never been prolific. Neither has Kovacic. I thought Mason Mount would score a few more goals this season, but even his decision making in the final third isn't the best. And also the strikers. Sorry, I was looking at the Liverpool goal, deflected goal, so I was lucky. Yeah, so and the strikers are not in any real form. Problem with Giroud is that after one good game, he always has a couple of bad games after that, doesn't he? Because today he wasn't really in it as such. And for me, he's more a scorer of great goals than a great goal scorer.
Yeah, they're spectacular goals, isn't it?
Yeah, he just hasn't got that consistency. And you could tell usually after about 20 minutes what sort of game Giroud's going to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I think that's what we're missing. I think, Max. I think we're missing a player that can actually have the guts to actually shoot like they used to do back in the olden teams, shoot from outside the box. You know, we used to have a lot of them that used to do it before. Essien used to do it.
yeah,
Lampard
himself,
did it.
yeah.
You know,
Ballack even.
Ballack.
Yeah,
We just don't have that now, and I think that's what's been
yeah.
missing.
Even
in our
David
game from us.
Luiz. David
Yeah.
Luiz was good at that, wasn't
Yeah.
he, when he was there?
He was.
Yeah, and dare I say, Willian had although didn't score, but he had a good shot from outside the box as well from time to time.
The problem is just we just don't have those quality of players at the moment, like where we just don't. It's just even when Pulisic came on today, and it's just like
he makes the wrong decisions all the time, though, doesn't he, Pulisic? There's a couple of times I thought he could have played players in, but he just tries to do a little bit too much with the ball.
He just runs like a headless chicken, man. Seriously, I don't know. I don't know, man. I just at the moment it's very frustrating because on paper, if you look at Chelsea team on paper, like so you remember the start of the season, you know, like when you got all these transfers in, you know, all over the news on Sky Sports, SBN, BT, everywhere. Chelsea fans, other fans, Chelsea are going to win the league this season. They're going to challenge, blah, blah, blah. The thing is, on paper, yes, we are going to do that, but in real life, we're not. Like you can tell, the team is not gelling properly together. You can tell
the team isn't balanced. The team isn't balanced.
Yeah, I think that's the problem at the moment. We don't have a balanced team. But as I keep saying, I think this is still a long preseason for Tuchel. 3 games. This is his first game. Look, I can be negative, but at the same time, we haven't lost the game. But I'm not happy because this is an opportunity. Leicester drop points. Everton, West Ham drop points. We're now going to go and play Liverpool on Thursday, and that's not going to be an easy game. So this is the game we have to win. And it's just you know, if you want to be ruthless and get top 4, then we win this game. Then I think also, you know, if let's say we get Haaland in, I think Haaland doesn't solve every single problem we're having at the moment. There's more problems, you know. I think there's actually more problems that we have. We need. I don't know. Just I think you will change formation. It's just I think Haaland is not just he'll be massive. It'll be important, but I don't think he's gonna like. Oh, we get Haaland, we win the league. You know, it's not like that. I think.
No, it isn't. We need, I think, something from midfield. A powerhouse in midfield who can shoot as well is what we're lacking. If we're looking at a goal of the season thing this year, for goals sort of outside of the box, what we got? We got. I remember the Reece James one against Brighton. Remember that was a great goal.
That's an excellent goal.
We had the Mason Mount one against Sheffield United.
Yeah.
In the league, I'm talking about. Obviously, he did another similar one in the cup, the FA Cup. But can we actually think of any other goals that we've scored this season where we can say, yeah, goal of the season candidate, or even a Chelsea goal of the month candidate? If we had a goal of the month candidate, I can't even think of 6 goals that I can put into a goal of the month thing. And that's back in the day. You know, I remember we were struggling, even in goal of the month, to see which one's the best goal for that month, much less for the goals for the season. But this season, I'm struggling to find 6 that will get into a goal of the month. Can you guys think of any others than that? Those two?
Alonso's goal against Burnley.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, Alonso's one, the chest volley and the chest, the knee and the volley. Yeah, that was 3. Can we think of 3 more to get in?
Mason Mount against West Brom.
No, I mentioned that one.
You did? I thought you said that.
I said
Sheffield.
Mason Mount against West Brom. No, it was. I meant West Brom. Sorry, Mason Mount, West Brom. The Brighton one, the Sheffield, the Reece James one.
I guess Timo Werner's goal against Southampton, his first goal.
Oh yeah, the one where he lifted it over and headed it in. That one.
No, the first one when he didn't. He let the ball roll and then went past the defenders and then just shot.
That was Southampton, yeah.
Yes. I remember that one. Yeah.
First goal. Well, yeah, there isn't as we can see, there isn't a lot. You know.
Yeah.
there isn't a lot at the moment. I think corners, but free kicks, you know,
penalties. Yeah. And that's where the problem is. Obviously, in the FA, in the league, in the Champions League, we've had the Giroud one, obviously, and some others. But in the league, we just haven't. And that just says to me that we're just trying to walk the ball in the net. We're not taking enough shots from outside the penalty box. And yeah, we're just not clinical enough, and that's just a big problem. So, what's improved? I'm not saying it hasn't improved because I'm not saying, but a lot of people were labelling Frank Lampard. Is Frank Lampard now as bad as we first thought? Because it's the same sort of issues that he's experiencing. Yeah, go on.
To be honest, it feels like at the moment it's just like Lampard football, but the players are on steroids. It feels like the players it's like energetic Lampard. I can see there's changes, but there's still the same problems, and there's still the same key things. I guess the only difference is that he has changed formation, and some players are playing better, but it's just man, it's still the same problem.
It's the same problems, though, isn't it? Yeah.
It's clinical.
Yeah.
And even before last summer, we were saying, oh, geez, if we have a good transfer window, last window, we bring one of the players, we'll be clinical, be good. We brought these new players in, and they haven't done their good job. The only thing I'm trying to be optimistic about is that I'm excited just to, hopefully, for next season, is that everyone has a pre-season, and they have all these players have 1 year under their belt in the Premier League, and sometimes it takes a player 1 year to adapt. Sometimes players, like Bruno Fernandes, but even look at Leicester's play. Some of Leicester's players that they've brought in, they've been brilliant. Not all players always have a straight away. We've bought players the way Chelsea have bought players at the moment. We bought Kai Havertz, Timo Werner, all quite young players.
Yeah,
we're not going to go and buy a player who's like 28. We'll do good for 2 years. Yes, we can. Yeah, we're looking for longevity. And at the moment, yes, maybe they're not doing well, but we need to give players time, man. It's one of those things. Like, would you rather go to the market, spend players who are good now, but won't be good in the next 2-3 years? That they'll be good for you buy a player in this prime now, like Liverpool, for example. Liverpool, when they went to buy all their players, now look at them. The reason why they're struggling is because most of the team, there's no structure, there's no kind of plan. They all have players in a later kind of age, and we have young players, and we brought in different types of players. I think at the moment, what you were saying before is that we need that balance, and at the moment we don't have that balance. And to win Premier League titles, we need a core. There's no core structure at the moment. We don't have a central defender. We don't have that commanding. I guess Thiago Silva is that, but obviously he's not really the future. We don't have that commanding centre back. We don't have that midfielder who's kind of the core of that. Maybe Mason Mount can be that, but he's still young. We can't rely on young players. And then we don't have that kind of core striker. And until we have that, then we can start thinking about challenge, winning league titles.
Winning stuff, yeah.
I think the main thing we need to do is we need to have some sort of plan with Tuchel. I don't think what you're saying can be done with the way we're doing things. Having a manager for 18 months and then replacing him, and then I don't think what you're saying can be very possible because even if you look at Man United, Man United are not where they should be. Where the fans expect them to be based on their history and everything. But you can see that there's progression.
And what? There is progression. Yeah, but you know what? Because we've played Manchester United, the similarities are kind of there in that Manchester United have had 3 or 4 different managers similar to us, and some of their players do not suit their style of play. So what they need to do, I think they did as like a scattergun approach of players, and so some fit, some don't, and that's the same with us. We've got certain players who fit one style of play, and certain players that fit another style of play. So it's all about trying to find that right balance.
Yeah.
And another thing I want to address: what is it with players not getting into the box as well for corners? You see that free kick, Reece James right at the end. That was such a fantastic free kick, but nobody, not one person, attacked the ball.
In fact, it was 2 free kicks, wasn't it? He done.
Yeah.
And no one came
Yeah.
into the box for any of them.
Yeah.
And they know what his free kicks are. Obviously, they train with him every single week,
Yeah.
so they know what he's like. So these guys should be at least. I expect at least 1 or 2 of them to be
Yeah.
running in at the far post.
I think
that just shows naivety.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think when Jude went off, I think the only 3 recognised players we actually had who could have actually gone in the box and done something was Rudiger, Christensen, and maybe Aspie. But the rest of the players, the rest of them, not tall enough, I don't think.
No. We
But
didn't
they should have been there still though to header it across or cause something or cause some kind of a problem in the box.
Yeah, this is where we kind of miss Silva and Zuma, isn't it? Because
Zuma.
Because before those two were when those two were in the side, was the top. We scored 9 set plays, and since they've been out, we haven't scored a single goal from a set piece. Yeah,
especially Zuma.
Yeah.
When every time there was the free kick, I'm like, they're not going to do anything here, because the best person who can score is Rudiger, and Rudiger barely scores from these kind of situations.
Yeah, and Christensen can't head a ball, can he? Forward. From an attacking point of view, he can't head. His defensive heading was okay today, but he hasn't scored for us yet, has he, Christensen?
No, he has never scored.
Yeah.
You know what I think the issue is with the midfield. The situation is not only the midfield. We have Thiago Silva as a leader in the defense, but as Alex said, or whoever said it before, he's not one for like the future. He's in his late 30s. So you know what the issue is over the years we sold the players who you rely as leaders, or players who that they need to do this in order to contribute to a goal, or to at least get a shot on target. So what the issue is, Chelsea sold those type of players and they haven't necessarily replaced them. And one of those examples is Fabregas.
Yeah.
Even though Fabregas was questionable in, I think it was the season where Chelsea ended 5th under Conte, he was a bit shaky. The thing is, even after he was sold in the 2018-2019 season, we never win. Well, you could argue that transfer ban and everything, but the summer transfer that transfer window that closed back last year. The thing is, we didn't try to send anybody who could lead in the midfield, and that's what Chelsea needs as well in a forward position and in the defense, because you need somebody who's in their prime at least. And I heard someone mention about Chelsea are not going to sign players who are 28 or something like that. But Chelsea might have to do that in some way, because you need somebody who has that experience and knows that you can't just be passing the ball backwards and working it from the back. Even if it's a tactical thing, you need someone who will take that risk and take that shot. But I said it before, it has to do with having a young team. They're naive and they need somebody who can lead them, because and that's what happened with the defense, because Thiago Silva came in. Defenders who we did not expect to improve the way that they have, or in some aspects, are doing better now. So that's what Chelsea needs. They need leaders in certain areas in order for them to perform better or create more chances.
Yeah, I agree. We need that balance, because if you look at when Bruno Fernandes came to Manchester United, he's 25, so he was. He had a lot of years experience in Portuguese football, so he was able to come in, hit the ground running. With us, people like Havertz, you don't expect that straight away from him to come in and be a leader. Havertz, what's his name? 27 though, Ziyech, isn't he?
Yeah.
28.
But
28.
he's going to be 28 soon, yeah.
Well,
but he doesn't really.
29 this year. Actually.
Yeah, in March, I think.
Oh, was he 20? I thought he was 27. I was going to be 28. I might be wrong. Yeah, but he's not really a talker, is he, as such? But apparently he does. I was reading about him, and he's quiet in the dressing room. He shows a lot of leadership qualities, because he mixes with everyone. Someone's saying he'll go to the English table, he'll go to where the Germans are, and try and bond that way. But
yeah, there's videos on that.
Yeah, but on the pitch, you want somebody to be like a demanding player. Even if you've got that lead, sometimes it's not even the age quality. Because if you look at Declan Rice, for instance, he's only 21, but already you can see leadership qualities in him at West Ham, because he's basically been with him and Suchek, but he's kind of led them into the top four. Because when you think of the West Ham, they're not individually, we're a lot better than them, but it's just that bit of leadership that has taken them into the top four positions.
Yeah, you just mentioned something about Bruno Fernandes and everything. The same point that you just made a while ago. Even in this game as well, I think he made a pass and Rashford, he ran ahead and he was shouting at Rashford and saying that you need to stay back, you need to stay back.
Yeah,
And so that's what Chelsea needs as well. They need someone who will at least give them constructive criticism when they make those type of errors.
Yep, like JT used to do that as well. Back in the day. Frank Lampard, even Frank Lampard, it's quite weird. We've gone away from the days where we had like 9 or 10 captains on the field to not enough leaders. Because remember, back in the day, SCN was a captain of his team. Ballat was a captain of his national side. We had obviously John Terry was a captain. Who else? There was quite a few. Didier Drogba was a captain of the Ivory Coast. So we had lots of leadership qualities there.
Carvalho for Portugal as well.
Yeah. And that's why they were able to manage themselves at times where managers came and managers went, because they just had that inner belief. And that's definitely badly missing in with this group of players that we've got at the moment. So here's a question for you. Would you like to? Obviously, we need a defensive midfield. There's quite a lot of good midfielders out there. There's we've got Camavinga is looking good, and who's that guy from? Is it Tamuch? I can't pronounce his name. Beginning with T. Do you know the guy?
From where?
He's a French. Is it Monaco? Tamanucci or something. I can't remember his name.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking.
21 and really good holding midfielder.
Yeah, I think. Are we not
Is
linked
it
with that?
TCHE? Yeah, we're linked. Yeah. Anyone can pronounce his name, I'll give you a 5.
Is it Tizamana or something like that?
Chichamana or something. Yeah.
There's also Samari,
Samari. Yeah, Zakaria. I've looked at all these, and they're very good players. But my question is to you guys: would it be better getting one of these promising players? Again, we're going to be faced with the problem of experience, new country, and not all. Should we look for somebody who's a little bit more experienced in the middle, or do we go for 2 players, one of these promising players and somebody with experience?
I think we should just go with whatever Tuchel wants. I think Tuchel. I'm not sure what Tuchel wants. To be honest, I'm not sure. He might want somebody who's, maybe you can get someone in the middle. Somebody who's like 25, who isn't too young and he's not too old, or someone who is good enough now, but he can still develop, and we just go from there. But I think we just need to back the manager. We just need to try and back the manager as much as possible. And I think because I've been hearing some things that I've been hearing some comparisons with Tuchel and Van Gaal, Louis Van Gaal, and I'm not sure about that. We need to give him time to see what he's trying to do with the club, with the team.
Yeah. For me, if I'm not sure, because we hear different stories every week, but it's gone a bit quiet with the what's his name, Alaba, because obviously some people said that he was Real Madrid bound. Some people said he's still undecided. Somebody like him would be perfect for us, because he's got leadership qualities. He's done it all with Bayern Munich, and plus he can play in the middle of the park as well. Because he's read somewhere, I think he wanted to play as a central midfielder, and he's got the versatility. He can drop in to play defence or left back as well.
I
He can shoot as well. He can shoot as well.
He can shoot as well.
I think he's a bit average at centre back, but he's good at left back and and like kind of the CDM kind of role. He's good in those. But centre back, I wouldn't.
Yeah, you
think
wouldn't
he
want him
was-
as a centre back, but just as an
No.
emergency.
Yeah.
But we've got
yeah.
quite a lot of depth in mid. But if we can get him, because I know that Tuchel was keen on him, I think he'll be ideal for us to add that experience, that quality. There's so many things that he can add to this team.
I heard that he wanted to play as a DM, and that was part of
Yeah.
what he wanted for his move. So
Mm.
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah,
Well, yes,
and what
I wanted him I wanted him for a while. Actually, I wanted him to come to Chelsea for a while. I wanted him as a left back, but
Mm.
if he gets signed, he probably won't play as a left back. But
Yeah. Talking about left backs, I thought Chilwell did well today. I thought he had a
Yeah, he
decent
did.
game.
He was all right.
He
He was all right.
did.
He was all right, man.
Yeah, and he deserved an assist, didn't he, for that cross that he did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
he proved me wrong actually, because I was saying that he's not really as effective in in a formation that you have three at the back
Mm.
and as that wing back. But he proved me wrong. He did well, and he got back
Yeah.
in time as well. So that was good.
I kind of don't agree. I think he was good defensively, but still in attacking phase, I don't think he was. He was okay. I wouldn't say he did really, really well. I don't know. Maybe I was watching a different game, but I didn't really see
Yeah.
those.
Nah, he wasn't very effective like with Alonso, because we know we could get attacking, but the issue with Alonso was him defensively and his space. But I'm not saying that he was great attacking wise. I mean in terms of he was in the right positions at times.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, but it was different with Alonso because, and I think one of the commentators mentioned this as well, that if it was Alonso would be more closer to the box than sitting back, and that's what Tuchel was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but because left wing back's not really his role. But in the first, I'm probably judging him on what he did in the first couple of games where he looked a bit lost. Today, I thought that his positioning was a bit better than it has been.
Yeah,
So,
he was
and I
better,
think once he learns that role and under more coaching, then he may be able to adapt to that position quite well. Yeah, but still a bit annoyed with Reece James. Not his delivery and everything else, but the fact that he doesn't run the byline. Because there's one time he went past one of the Manchester United players with ease, so he's got
it
that
was
in his
Luke Shaw.
locker. Yeah, he's got that in his locker. So I was saying, why don't you do that more?
He doesn't do it enough. He keeps
Yeah.
passing the ball back. It's
Yeah.
But the thing is, he's not a right wing back. He's more of a right back, and he's been negative. But that's not his fault. That's just how he is. Callum is more. He always thinks more forward than Reece James. But I have the question, like, if you take Hudson-Odoi off, why put on Reece James? Like change it up or something, because I don't know, like we could have played
Apparently,
differently.
it shows something.
Reece James had a really good. Remember the cross he did for Werner?
Yes,
And,
Werner should have done better. I know. Mikhail was saying, why didn't he slide in at the post? Why didn't he wasn't he brave enough for that one? But he did put in some good deliveries. Yeah, and I'm not saying that he's bad, but I'm just saying I'd just like to see him, because I know that he's got it in him. He's in his game, just to do it a bit more to beat his man one-on-one, rather than always sort of knocking it back or sideways or cutting in all the time. So
I think he picks his moments when he goes back and when he runs for. He always picks his. He doesn't always try to do it. He usually just passes back, and then if the chance opens up, he makes a forward run.
So here's another question for you guys. When we made the substitution and put in Pulisic, would you have preferred to see Havertz come on as a false nine? Because I think it was Mason Mount who went into the false nine to keep the same personnel, but swapping him with Havertz, and Havertz coming on as a false nine.
Yeah, I wouldn't have minded that. Either him or as I said, Timo or Timo Werner, one of the two. But Havertz as a false nine would have been okay, I think.
Yeah.
I think I think, especially because he's got the height as well, hasn't he?
Exactly, exactly.
So yeah, I think, and plus obviously he's good on the ball as well. So
Yeah.
you know, either way, I think he'd have probably
Yeah.
been a better option than
Yeah.
Pulisic.
And
I
he's
think-
decent in the air as well.
Yeah, he is. He is. He could have been one of those people. I know we were talking about when Reece James put those balls in the box. We only had like 3 players that could have gone for it. He would have been the 4th player that could have gone for
Exactly.
it if he
Yeah,
was on the
he's
pitch.
tall. He's tall, man.
Yeah.
He's tall, man.
Because you saw that one against Burnley that he was unlucky. Was it not Burnley? Who did we drew 0-0 with in the first game?
Wolves.
We had that head. He was unlucky because it just hit the head of the Wolves player. But
Yeah. You know, that's the interesting thing as well. People say that, you know, he doesn't he's kind of like slow, and I know he's like a bit sulky and everything, but you know he's not afraid to get into the box, and he did that. I think it was against Man City when you know he ran into the box, and you know he was asking for the ball and he didn't get it, and he ran into the box. So even though people were saying that, you know, he's not really mobile and everything, he has it, and he has that type of personality, and that was where I really wanted him to come on, and I didn't really understand why he didn't, because he needed somebody who would have that type of drive.
Yeah, and he's got something to prove as well. So I would have said, look, go out there and prove yourself today, you know, and so. Yeah, because I'm go on. Someone who was saying?
Yeah, so I think he's going to start him against Liverpool. You know, Kai Havertz.
Possibly.
Maybe Werner as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or because maybe he didn't play Werner today. Thinking about it, he may have thought like me that Manchester United were going to come with a low block counter attacking. He was probably surprised that they played such a high line. And because Liverpool like to play a high line, so maybe he was saving Werner for the Liverpool game where he can. Yeah.
But if he knew, but after half time.
Yeah, after half time, he should have changed it.
He should have changed it.
Yeah.
Because you know, like I mean.
Yeah.
And also the other thing I was going to say is I think if we're going to play, obviously we play Liverpool on Thursday. I was just watching now. I'm not sure if their goalkeeper's going to be backing. Adrian's in the goal, isn't he? He's a very shaky. He's a very shaky goalkeeper.
Maybe remember that Alisson's. This is just an assumption.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Alisson's dad. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, maybe you know, try to get him a better mentality and mindset because of that.
He's not in the right he's not in the right headspace, and Thursday probably come too soon for him as well. I can't see him coming back on Thursday because it was a sudden death. It wasn't something that was expected.
So. Tragic.
Yeah, let's be honest. We're gonna probably cause more problems with Liverpool than Sheffield United did today. So.
I personally think Sheffield United deserved at least something. It was just that they weren't creating chances.
Yeah.
Watching the game, it was too lucky. One that was just marginally on. Yeah, the ball was just about in for the cross. And then the other one was a deflected goal, wasn't it? So although they won 2-0, Liverpool are still not firing on all cylinders. Yeah. So I just hope that we go out there. We don't go with a cautious approach. We go and try to, because remember they've lost four games at Anfield, and that's never happened to them. And they're still going to be playing on their mind. Away from home, they've been doing okay-ish. It's the home games and so there's going to be a little bit of doubt. So I just hope that we just go into that game and try and.
I just hate it because like now, obviously, I think like it's rare for them to lose 4 games in a row. For them to lose 5.
They won because they won this game.
It has to be
they won this game. They won this game.
So no, we're talking about at Anfield. Yeah.
I personally think
records are there to be broken, though, aren't they? So records are there to be broken. So let's do it. Yeah.
This is the best chance. Honestly, this is the best because I remember even when Liverpool went so good on that club, we haven't beaten them in a while. We need to really try and get a win here. In the next game. This is one of the best chances we've ever had. We've had for a while. So we need to try and get a win.
Yeah.
We really do.
Yeah. So what do you guys think of our chances of top 4 now? Because I think we can. Because I think Leicester are going to fall away because they've had another 2 injuries today. Harvey Barnes, that's a big miss for them because
April 10 will be back.
I think he scored quite a lot of their goals this season. I think
we have a good chance, a very good chance.
Yeah. And Madison, I hear, may require an operation. They're saying,
Hmm.
and they're without Justin, who's been a very good fullback for
And
them.
even Evans.
And Evans went off. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
and I think I did say, although okay, they're out of the Europe now, so they haven't got that many. But I did say because they were playing the same team week in week out, that come the business end of the season, they're going to start picking up injuries or dropping in form like they did last season.
Hmm.
So I think they can fall away. And that
Oh, we
was
have a good
that,
chance. We
yeah.
have a good chance.
and that's
If-
another annoying
yeah.
thing of not getting the win today because it's only been
Yeah.
3 points. Yeah.
Yeah.
If we beat Liverpool, that would improve. That would help a lot.
We have to because they're 1 point behind us now.
Yeah, so we beat Liverpool to go 4 points ahead of them
Yeah.
with games running out. Then yeah, hopefully.
And even though we didn't beat United, they've dropped points because of us. So
Yeah, we couldn't go 9 points behind them. So 6 points is still catchable. 9 points is asking a lot. So yeah, so I think we can still get there.
Well, who do you think?
Who's United's next match? Isn't it against Manchester City? Isn't it?
No,
It
Crystal
is,
Palace.
yeah.
Crystal Palace.
And then it's
Oh,
Manchester City after.
Then
isn't it?
Man City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crystal Palace are one of those funny teams, aren't they? Sometimes they can play really dogged and get a result, and sometimes they'll just get blown away 5 or 6-0. So
It appears
They've
that
been really
I did
poor
something.
recently.
It
Yeah.
appears that it appears that I have some control over Chelsea's business these days. You know, I sold Tammy Abraham on Football Manager. I know he's possibly going to leave the club. I did the same with Tomori, and he's gone basically. So I don't know. It's crazy.
who do you want that next? Who are you going to sell next? Sell Kepa?
Werner.
Sell Kepa for about 60 million. So
Yeah, I sold him. So probably he's gonna leave.
Well, the latest I'm hearing as it goes is that Tammy Abraham might actually be used for the deal to get Ireland through. He might be going as part of an exchange plus money.
that would be a good move for him, I think.
Yeah.
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 He'll
That's what I
score
heard
lots of
coming up.
goals. He'll score lots of goals in the Bundesliga.
Yeah.
Hopefully he reduces the price because from what I've been hearing,
Yeah.
the price is way too high. It's way too high.
Yeah,
Oh.
but the price I heard, which was a load of nonsense. One paper was quoting, I think it might be Matt Law even or somebody, and said we won't be getting him for less than 150 million, which is a load of rubbish for me because he's available at 65 million pounds the season after, and so clubs will not spend 150 million knowing they can get him for 65 million the season after. So I think that 100
So that would be a
million is the
boost, though.
most.
Yeah, and
That would be a boost.
I think also maybe like just give them Pulisic back and we'll get Haaland. You know.
Yeah, give him Pulisic and
Give him to Pulisic.
Abraham, and we'll take Haaland and Jadon Sancho and give him a bit of money. Job done.
Yeah.
That would be
Oh yeah,
Are you
we
done with-
forgot about Mishima Shuai as well. We
Oh,
have
yeah.
He'll
yeah,
do
we
well
can
over
sell, we
there.
can
Yeah.
we can sell players as well. We have
Throw
we
him
can
in
sell
there.
players.
And then we can even give him Marcus Alonso or someone, or
they'll
Emerson Palmieri. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah,
Danny,
so we can
Danny
get some money
Drinkwater.
too. I don't think they're gonna. They would
No, we'll push it.
yeah, they would take him. They would take him.
Oh, man.
Yeah, the deal will be going so well. Then we'll say, and we'll throw in Danny Drinkwater for free.
Have him
No,
for free.
no deal. Deal's off.
Oh, man.
I wonder how he's getting on. Is he
I hope
Turkey
he's
or
not.
something?
I hope he's not a Chelsea player anymore. I hope he's gone.
He's in Turkey, Drinkwater at the
He
moment.
is,
Yeah,
he
he's
is,
on
he
loan.
is.
He's on loan.
Yeah.
He's on
Yeah.
loan. Why didn't they
Yeah.
just terminate his
I
contract?
think he's. I think isn't this the last season? Is it, or has he got another season left on his contract?
I don't know.
I thought it was one season he had left anyway. So I think once he does this loan deal, he's out the door anyway. So
He should have. His contract should have been terminated after what he did. Like he should be out of it. He should have been kicked out.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, he only played one game for on loan now. He's only played one game.
You know, the other thing I'll tell you what, the other thing that's actually concerning me, we're talking about players concerning me. I have to say today, Mendy in goal. I have to say, a couple of those free kicks that came in that they had, I mean, he flapped at a few of them, didn't he? I mean, you know, he should have really caught one of them.
Yeah.
I think personally,
Especially the one that led to the penalty claim.
Yeah. That's
but-
worrying me slightly with him a little bit, you know.
Yeah, and he's got to stop punching the ball straight into the middle. You know, he's
Yeah.
got any punching the ball, you punch it to the right or to the left, not
What?
right into the. Yeah,
To be fair, Rudiger got in his way for one of them.
Yeah,
he did for one of them. He
right
did,
off
he
his
did.
knuckle. Right off his knuckle. Yeah, I think I'm starting to wonder if it's like the goalkeeping situation, because now he used to be catching the ball, now he's punching it out. That
Yeah.
reminds me of Kepo's type of thing, because that's what Kepo used to do. So I'm really
Yeah.
wondering if the goalkeeping coach and everything is trying to change the way that they approach the corner kicks. It's very strange.
is that Hilario? That's Hilario, isn't it? Hilario, the coach, still the
Yeah.
goalkeeping coach.
Hilario.
Yeah. Which is that's a strange one in itself. I think that's more for jobs for the boys. The Hilario one, because he's not a great coach, is he?
Apparently, Lampard wanted to replace him with Shea Given, and the
That's
coach
right,
said
yeah.
no.
He
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's another one of the Roman's favourites. When Roman has a favourite, he likes to stick with them
Yeah.
for some reason. Yeah.
I think
Right.
a goalkeeper is a must, though. Definitely for the summer. We definitely need to
Yeah,
get somebody.
yeah. I think we
That's
need to
personal for
be.
Donnarumma.
Yeah. I think we need to really be cozying that with Mio Riola now as an agent, because
Yeah.
he's got some good players on his book who we may be after. So we have to
Donnarumma.
Very
Donnarumma.
Yeah.
because we've got Donnarumma's on his, and even if we can't get Haaland, the next one who's doing well, ex-Chelsea, who's rumoured to be linked with as well as Lukaku. I'll have him back as well, because
Yeah. If
he's
that falls
doing really
through, I
well.
would take him back, because
Yeah.
his first touch is better now.
Is he what we need? I don't think he's what we need. I don't think he's not clinical. You know,
He is now.
No. Lukaku's not
I don't
clinical.
think he is.
No,
I
he
don't
is.
think he is.
Have you
Oh,
seen him
have you
now?
had-
He's a
have you
lot
seen
better.
last two
Don't judge him.
seasons?
Don't judge him in his Manchester United days,
Okay,
or
okay,
when
so
he was
is
first
he-
at Chelsea. He's a lot better now.
Is
Because
he as
Yeah.
good as Costa was for Chelsea?
I think so now. Yeah. He's
Yeah,
reached
yeah,
his prime
yeah.
now, and his game is more polished now. So the Lukaku who left England isn't the same Lukaku, and the Italian league defensively they're quite strong as well. So you can't, Syria is getting a lot stronger than it was used to be back in the day, and
Yeah, and we all remember when people used to complain about his first touch and everything. Apparently Antonio Conte has helped him with that. So maybe we could ask Antonio Conte to help Timo Werner with his first touch, because it's very strange. It's very strange. So and he's 27 too. He's 27, so he probably has like a bit more years left.
Imagine Antonio Conte screaming at Werner in the training ground because he can't,
Yeah.
he can't control the ball.
what do you think about him technically? Because he's technically weak, isn't he?
Who's
Werner.
that? Oh,
Werner.
Werner.
Yeah, he looks like a little boy compared to men. Like he doesn't sometimes he just looks on the pitch and like he's not meant to be. Sometimes it doesn't make sense. He does things that are like great, but then he just does things like are you even a footballer? Like it's just sometimes it's very weird. Like he just does really strange things sometimes. Like even like I don't know, man. I just don't get him at the moment.
Maybe give him a black eye. Give him a black eye, and give him a bloody face. And maybe then he'll start performing.
I'm trying to. Someone needs to whack him in the face again, like the Newcastle game. Someone needs to slap him.
Oh yeah, woke him up, didn't it? No, I mean, do you guys honestly think though that we're actually playing to Timo Werner's strengths though? I mean, to be fair to him, I don't think we are.
This happens all the time. He makes a. It's almost like we're playing with 9 men. He makes a run, and nobody tries to find him. It's sad.
I mean, if you think about his career, I mean, if you think about what he did in Germany, he used to play off Poulsen, didn't he?
Yes.
For Leipzig.
Yeah.
And I think gone.
Yeah, no, and his best game for us was when I know it's only a cup game when we played against. Who was it when we had him playing just off? Was it Tammy he was playing off, or was it Giroud? I can't remember. In the cup game, and he had a really good game that game.
It was Tammy. It was Tammy, and then he missed the penalty. I think if that's the game you're talking.
Yeah.
Is it the Morecambe game or? One of those
It
games.
was not more. Is it Morecambe?
No,
No,
it's the
not
Luton
Morecambe.
game.
It was the one after the Luton game.
Oh,
Luton.
Luton,
game.
right, all
Yeah,
right.
yeah. But we've tried him because when Tuchel did try him playing off Abraham, didn't he, in one of the games?
Yeah,
But he was drifting more to the right. But for the problem is, and it always has been, is that in the Bundesliga you have more space to play in.
yeah. The high line and everything.
Yeah, and that's why it'd have been interesting seeing him come out for the second half today to see, because this is this sort of game where, because Manchester United were playing quite high, it'd have been interesting to see what he could have done against a high line defence. And
Yeah.
that's why against Liverpool on Thursday game, I'd like to see him play just to see what he can do against Liverpool, who will never sort of play.
Well,
Yeah.
Lukaku scored today
Deep.
as well. He scored today. Lukaku scored today in the first minute in the Serie A. So, yeah.
I mean, this is why I think it's a must. This is why I think it's a must. We must get Haaland because of this reason. Because I think if we were to get someone like Haaland in the summer, I think Timo Werner can well play off him really well. I think they complement each other pretty well.
Yeah, yeah.
And,
And they're both lightning quick as well, aren't they?
Yeah,
'Cause
they are.
Haaland's,
They are.
yeah. So yeah, that's an interesting one. So would you keep Pulisic, or do you think that?
Ooh.
That's a tough one. I mean, he's what 20. He's still 20. He's only what 21 still,
He's-
isn't he? He's 22.
22, 22. I'll give him a
22.
season, man. I'll just give him
Yeah,
a
give him a
season. If he
season,
gets
man.
injured
Yeah.
more,
Yeah.
if he gets
Yeah.
injured again,
Yeah.
I didn't have a big injury, sell him. And
Yeah, I'd agree.
And
I'd
also,
agree
I
with
think-
that, mate.
I think just look, let's give him to the end of the season. But even next season, if next season he's just not, you know what I mean, if he doesn't, then I think he has to go because, at the end of the day, it's not always just down to the manager. It's also down to the player himself to
Yeah.
step up, and if at the
Yeah.
moment he's not doing it, and you know what I mean,
Yeah.
I think that's. But
I
like,
think I'm more-
at the
I'm-
same
yeah.
time, at the same time, Kevin De Bruyne, Salah, sometimes these players weren't good at that age. But the thing
Yeah.
is, Pulisic, we know he has quality, but we just at the moment we're not seeing it. And the thing is, with Chelsea, aren't that club to wait for these players to develop.
Yeah.
We need to win now and get results now. It's not about we're not at Dortmund where we're gonna bed in and grow these players. And it's hard. It's hard to see sometimes having to let players go. But at the same
Yeah.
time, it's like, I mean, it's
Yeah,
one of
that's
those
that's how Chelsea have been run a lot, and that's why lots of the academy players are sold too, and that happened with Tomori and everybody. They don't really wait on them to get the experience and to perform the way that they want them to. So that's why a lot of the players, even Tariq Lamptey as well, even though he probably wouldn't have got a much game time, but I don't think they would have tried to hold on to him either way.
I think
I
he
tell
left
you
with Lamptey. I think he actually left on his own, on his own
Yeah.
terms, in a way. I think he actually decided himself. Look, I'm just gonna go. I'm not gonna fight for a place. He didn't try to fight for a place. I think he just knew he just wanted to get
First team
football. First team football. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
the
it's
other
a
one
bit-
is. I think the other one is Musiala at Bayern Munich.
I just
He's another
about
one
to
that-
mention
Yeah.
it.
Also. Yeah.
Musiala.
A big mistake.
Yeah, but with Musiala,
I
the story
don't agree
behind
though. I wouldn't say it's a massive mistake
Well,
because it's not like.
the,
Yeah, but
yeah,
the thing is, he's playing there. Yeah, it's not like he plays a lot much, but he is playing around world class players, and he's just been bedded in slowly. Jeez,
Yeah.
man, if you're a youngster and you get a chance to play with like Kimmich, Lewandowski,
It's
you know what I
true.
mean, like
That's true as well, right?
it is amazing to have.
You're going to
Yeah,
improve, aren't you? You're going to improve as a player amongst them, aren't you?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
much.
yeah. But you know the
Yeah.
story behind Musiala, don't you? Musiala, and there was this other centre half, can't remember his name, who came from Chelsea as well, 17-year-old, and he made his debut against Atletico Madrid in the Champions League for them. I can't remember the guy's name, the second one, but centre back.
Ooh.
Yeah. But so both of them, they got the what's his name? Callum Hudson-Odoi's brother, who's Callum Hudson-Odoi's agent. He was
Oh,
the
yeah.
agent for those two as well. And when they couldn't get Callum Hudson-Odoi, he recommended these two to them instead. So Musiala and the other guy. after Google him. I can't remember his name now. So,
Oh,
but
Werner's gonna play. Tuchel said in his not press conference, the post match, that Werner will be playing against Liverpool. So maybe that's why he wasn't
that's
playing.
why he didn't play today. Yeah. But it's a bit weird because he says he always thinks about the next game as the most important game. But he's obviously had an eye on the Liverpool game with that the team selection today.
I think managers always say, "Let's go a game at a time." But if you know what I mean, they just say that just to say. But if you're any good manager, you're always going to be planning ahead.
You're going to be thinking about the next game.
Yeah, you are. You're always going to do that. Yeah.
And I have to say, I mean, do you? And the other thing I was going to say is only because I thought he was probably one of our better players on the pitch today. N'Golo Kante, does he start against Liverpool? Because I think he had a really good game
I'll
today.
start him against Liverpool. He always plays well against Liverpool.
Yeah.
All his best games are against Liverpool. He runs the show in the midfield. So I'll start him definitely.
Yeah, he scored a goal against them.
Yeah, I actually thought Cover wasn't great today.
I thought he was good.
Did you?
I thought in the
Spits
first
and
half,
spats.
yeah.
I just thought
he
because
was
usually he's good at beating the press. Today I thought he got caught in possession a few times.
He did some, yeah.
I guess it's a situation where he's used to Jorginho and everything.
Yeah, he
right
did.
Now.
Yeah. He did some good things, but I thought at times he wasn't his normal self. Maybe I'm expecting high standards because of the way he's been playing off late.
Yeah.
So I just thought that a couple of times he wasn't as strong in possession as he has been.
What did you guys make of Rudiger's run today, man? He
What a run! Oh, it's like he should do what Kurt Zuma did. Do what Kurt Zuma did.
Finally, man. Like I think I want them to do that more. We don't have many defenders who just get the ball and just run.
Alex, remember Zuma did that, mate, and he just blazed all over the ball.
Against
but it didn't matter about what the fact that he skied it. What that did, it woke up the players. After that run, all of a sudden Chelsea started to play again.
Yeah,
and sometimes that's what you need. You need that burst or that bit of desire to get the rest of the team playing.
Rudiger made me smile a lot in this game.
I thought Rudiger was good. Rudiger was good today.
You see the switch balls. You see how we kept pinging the ball to the. He was really. I think he might have been his best player, honestly.
And he rattled. He wasn't scared. He went toe to toe with Fernandes when Fernandes tried to give it. And so I thought he was my man of the match today. Definitely, and I got to say props to Christensen as well.
Yeah,
since he's coming to the side because when I was really worried when Silva went injured. Biggest compliment I could play to Christensen is that we haven't really missed Silva since he's been injured.
I kind of forgot that he was injured. I thought he was going to get the rest.
Yeah. I
think this is the best Christensen has ever played for Chelsea. Honestly. Even when he was playing under Conte in the back three, he didn't look this good. This is really good from Christensen.
Yeah,
and he's somebody I wanted to leave Chelsea, so that's saying a lot.
I mean, if Silva's fit, we bring him back against Liverpool. Or do you guys think you should rest him still?
It depends because Liverpool got a fast team, haven't they? They're quick, and so you don't really want him to. You don't really want him to be running with that players. If we can leave him out, then I think we should and just put him on the bench.
He got a red card against Liverpool. He got a red card against Liverpool.
Yeah. Christensen did, yes, there that time. Yeah, but I think because he's got the security now of playing in the back three, he's not going to be as exposed as in a back four. So I think he's going to be. And when you think, it's a tricky one because Aspilicueta is he the quickest? And then you've got, but Rudiger's still pretty fast.
Do you know what? I think on a whole, guys, I think generally, it's the only thing we're missing at the moment. I think to get to where we need to be is the killer instinct in front of goal at the moment.
Definitely.
Everything else we're doing pretty well on. I just think when we get to the final third, we just need to get more than one goal. And I think when they start going, they'll start happening. You know.
Yes, yeah. Because I know it's definitely with the strikers, especially with Werner, it's a confidence thing. So once they start, and even I think with Pulisic, I think Pulisic is trying a little bit too hard. If he gets a run of games where he scores a couple or 2 or 3, everything will start to be. He's forcing things a lot. If you look at this game, he's just forcing the part, or he's trying to get that shot in, and not making the right decisions. And yeah, with a bit of confidence, then we can probably see that. No. But yeah, so for me, it's just a matter of trying to, as DJ Seb said, just trying to improve on. It's just those small tweaks, the decision making as well, just making that right pass, making that right run, or whatever it is, just to and just committing men more, being braver when the crosses are coming in as well.
Get more penalties. I know people say it's the United way of Fernandes, but I tell you what, I think they're doing a penalty thing today. I think we've got the most. I think United have got 15. No, United have got 13. We had 15 in terms of penalties for this season via VAR decisions.
Yeah.
So we need more of that.
Yeah.
That's probably something that what Werner is good at, isn't it? Because he commits players with his runs, and
He does.
I think out of 13, probably 6 or 7 were fouls on him, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to probably end it here, guys. We've been talking for about an hour 15. So obviously it's a big week ahead with the Liverpool game on a Thursday. It's an early kickoff, isn't it?
It is.
It's a 6 o'clock kickoff. Yeah, 6 o'clock kickoff. Yeah. So by then we'll know what other teams have done. Crystal Palace hopefully do us a favour by beating Manchester United.
Are West Ham, Leicester, and all them playing before us? Are they?
Yeah, everyone's playing before. So the game. So we'll know where we're at by on Tuesday. The fixtures are Man City, Wolves. Man City's have won the league anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Burnley, Leicester. So sometimes, Burnley, the way, because Leicester, as I said, with their injuries, Burnley are a bit.
Today, didn't they? They lost today, didn't they?
Who, Burnley? Leicester did, yeah. Leicester, yeah. And Burnley as well, yeah. But I think Burnley sometimes they can be dogged to break down. So I'm hoping. Yeah, Crystal Palace play Manchester United.
Crystal Palace are not good. They're in a really bad run right now. Really bad. They're losing a lot.
Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. That happened, and they won against Man United. So don't be surprised.
Yeah.
Is it? It's at their own. It's at their ground, isn't it?
It's at Crystal Palace.
They only beat United at Old Trafford, so I'm not sure.
Yeah. So they're not really playing too well, are they? They had a 0-0 draw today. I'm just hoping that Roy can get them dogged and because Manchester United have trouble sometimes breaking down these low block teams, don't they?
Yeah.
So I'm just hoping that they have another game where. And Palace are they're quite good on the break. Is Thing back? Is Zaha back? He is back, isn't he?
No, he's still injured.
No,
is he still injured?
Is he?
Yeah, that's a pity. That's a pity. Yeah.
I think Pogba might be back for United, though. I think.
Okay. And he's somebody you can score from range, isn't he? So.
Yeah.
Fulham play Tottenham on the Thursday. It's the same time as. Oh, our game's at 8:15. Is it what? No. You know what I was thinking of? Everton next week is the 6 o'clock kickoff. Our game is the last game. It's at 8:15, and then West Brom versus Everton.
That's Thursday, isn't it?
Yeah. So we need West Brom to do what they did against Liverpool.
Yeah. So that's the sad thing. That's the sad thing. We have to be counting on other teams to win the game against the teams that are ahead of us, and that's very sad.
I don't think so. Really, I don't really think so. To be honest, I think it's just going to happen the way it's going to happen. We're only a point behind.
It's still in our hands. Yeah, because West Ham don't play for some reason. Yeah. I'm not sure why West Ham are not playing next week. So at least we'll put the pressure on. If we can beat Liverpool, then we go ahead of West Ham, who I think they play the week after.
We haven't played Leicester yet either.
We've still got Leicester at home.
Yeah.
We still have to play West Ham, so it's still in our hands. Yeah. So we've got Everton the week after. So so we got the teams all are in and around fourth position who are fighting for that fourth spot. We've still got to play them. So it's in our hands. Yeah. So McCall thinks Pulisic is still our best player in terms of goal scoring threat. Let him have a run of games again before. That's what I said, Kyle. I did say that. Let's see what he can do. I think it's a confidence issue with him at the moment. So we can, hopefully he can start scoring. But it's a bit weird that everybody is all our strikers are in poor form at the same time, isn't it? There's not one of our strikers that you can say has been consistent throughout the season.
Yeah. The main issue with Pulisic is he just keeps getting injured. That's the main thing. Because
Yes.
he needs a run of games, but he keeps getting injured. So, yeah. Hopefully that improves. Because I don't want another Robin situation.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I also think with Pulisic as well. Every time I do actually see him playing when he comes, he seems to be. He seems to. I don't know if you guys. I don't know if it's a fact or what I've just seen. He seems to get scared to go into challenges or challenges coming onto him. That's only because he's worried about, I think, getting injured again or something bad happening to him.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So I think that's the thing. We just need to. I think we just need to, like McCarthy. I think we do need to give him some time. I think we do need to, because he still was one of our best players last season.
Yeah. And it's interesting, Eric, that you mentioned about Robin, because Robin was very injury prone when he was at Chelsea. Then he went to Real Madrid, and because he didn't play a lot at Real Madrid, he probably could rest his muscles a bit. So when he went to Bayern, he actually played until he was about 33, 34, and he didn't get injured a lot there, did he?
He also did a lot of work with his dad. His dad put him through like a really intense sort of fitness thing to improve his fitness. So
fitness program thing.
So that helps.
So maybe that's what Pulisic needs to do as well, just to strengthen those muscles. Because the same sort of thing. There's a hamstring problem, wasn't it? Kept popping for Robin. So maybe a similar sort of regime with him can help. And that's probably why he hasn't been playing a lot of games, because if he can get the muscles proper without having to play week in, week out, then maybe towards the business end of the season, or even maybe next season, we may see him get back to his best again. So we'll see. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for joining. It's always nice to have a talk as usual.
No worries.
Thanks for having us on, Max. As always.
Yeah.
Cheers.
So we've got the big one, obviously, as I said, Liverpool. So maybe back for that one. So hopefully we can be the fifth team to beat them and break more records at Anfield.
Are you gonna make a prediction?
Ooh.
I'm saying 1-0. 1-0 win.
Every time I give a prediction and I say 1-0 or 2-1, it always ends 1 point, 1 goal less than that. I said 1-0 and it ended 0-0. I said 2-1.
I said 1-0 today as well.
I said 2-1 for Atletico Madrid and it ended 1-0. So I don't know. Probably gonna say 3. I'm gonna say 3-0 then.
I'm gonna say 0-0, but hopefully we win.
Yeah, must not lose.
What did you go for? Did you say, Max? 0-0?
0-0, because Liverpool are not scoring at Anfield.
I never give predictions. I always say I back my team to win. That's what I'll say.
Yeah. So let's hopefully we pile more agony on them anyway. And see
how
how
was Zayn today? How did Zayn take the result today?
He was okay.
Yeah.
He was okay. Yeah. And it was funny actually, because we were all Arsenal supporters for the day. Yeah. So we were actually cheering the goals with Elijah as the goals went in for Arsenal today.
Oh yeah. I saw what you said on Twitter. We were saying that with Willian. Agent Willian.
Yeah, it's fantastic. As I said, he loves the club so much, because remember Willian the other day was saying he still misses Chelsea and he would have stayed if he had signed a 3-year contract. So in the back of his mind, he was thinking, if I win, it will help Chelsea out. So I'll put in a good performance.
Well, Willian's been told he's guaranteed to win the Champions League of the 3 years contract that he signed.
That was I'm sure Willian was like, nah, he's talking. Nah, I don't think Willian believed it. Willian was just like, I'm just gonna take the money, thanks. I'll take the money.
I'll take the money, but I guarantee Champions League, next 3 years. We'll win it, don't worry.
Yeah. All right then, guys. Take care, mate. All the best.
Thanks for having us on. Take care, everyone.
Cheers.
Bye.
See you later. Bye-bye. Bye.